season 2005-2006 was a momentous one for Hearts. The club was revitalised by Vladimir Romanov, bringing new players and ambition to the capital's finest. The Tynecastle side had a remarkable year and finished second in the league, but it was to be in the Scottish Cup, which they had won only 3 times in the last 100 years, that they would defeat all opposition and cover themselves in glory.
Throws in, Presley's up! Stephen Presley scores for the second consecutive match. Ford beaten by Elliott. Does keep it in. Chance! What a finish! Kamalik with a free kick in, looking for the chance. It comes in! And it's knocked into the net by Colin Nish.
After defeating Kilmarnock 2-1 in the third round, Hearts met Aberdeen at Tynecastle. Confidence was high as they had thrashed Hibs 4-1 the previous Saturday. To add to the Dons' worries, manager Jimmy Calderwood had never won in Edinburgh since he took charge 7 years before. The fact that captain Stephen Presley had also returned from suspension just added to the visitors' problems. In the end, the odds against were simply too high for Aberdeen.
Norton beaten by Elliott. Gets the ball across, Pospisil! 1-0! A glorious cross from Callum Elliott. Michael Pospisil's first Scottish Cup goal is a cracker. Callum Elliott did well. McNaughton was defending him, but just a little touch here to get the ball across. First time on the volley. Great skill from Pospisil. Jimmy Langfield left with little chance. And the celebrations are for the men in maroon. It's his 4th goal in the last 7 matches. It's Hearts 1, Aberdeen 0. Hearts again win the ball, flick forward, Cisnauskas. Chris Clark with him. Cisnauskas trying to go on the outside, Cisnauskas pulls it back, the touch in! Terrific goal from Callum Elliott! It looked an impossible angle. A 4th goal for Hearts for Callum Elliott, and Hearts take control of the Scottish Cup tie with 34 minutes gone. Cisnauskas wanted to get in the box, he wanted to face Chris Clark. Clark beaten to it, lovely touch with the right foot. And what about that for a finish from Callum Elliott? Well, Hearts have been signing strikers, Jankowskis, Bednar, still to come back. McKellar is sitting on the bench, but this man's going to be hard to dislodge if he keeps finishing like that. Beautifully done from Callum Elliott. And Hearts have a firm grip. It's Hearts 2, Aberdeen 0. It's again nicely done. Hearts breaking through with Pospisil. Can he wrap it up? Penalty kick, Xander Diamond. And Xander Diamond, who was sent off in the CIS quarter-final, is sent off in the Scottish Cup as well. Denying a clear goal-scoring opportunity was what was going through the mind of Kenny Clark. He was away, he just caught the heel. Well, it's a double whammy for Aberdeen. Xander Diamond is sent off for the 2nd time this season, and the spot kick is awarded. Well, Russell Anderson is explaining that it wasn't inside, but Kenny Clark has made his decision. Stephen Presley scored his first Scottish Cup goal in the last round, steps up and scores again. Stephen Presley, the Hearts captain, fires Hearts into what looks like an unassailable lead. Calm penalty kick, goalkeeper went the right way, but it had enough height on it, the little touch from Langfield. And it's all Hearts at Tynecastle. Hearts 3, Aberdeen 0.
Hearts' next opposition may have come from a lower division, but no one at Tynecastle was complacent about Partick Thistle. The match would not be an easy one, but it took Edgaris Jankauskis only 6 minutes to take his team a step further down the road to Hampden.
Fisas. Scatzel. Hartley. Makes room for the cross, it's a good one, Jankauskis! Perfect start for Hearts. Edgaris Jankauskis with a cracking header. Cracking cross too, mind you.
Well, that's the type of ball that we will normally associate with Paul Hartley. Look at the pace on it. Kenny Arthur can't come for this. And Jankauskis just gets half a yard than Sandy Hodge, the left fullback, who's trying to tuck in. But when that kind of pace is on the ball, it just needs the little glance that Jankauskis provides here. And there's no blame attached to Kenny Arthur. It's not a ball he could come for. And Graham Rick's absolutely delighted.
Wow, Partick. See their worst fears realised. They wanted to... Nielsen down the line for Hartley. For Czeznowski's rather. Czeznowski's determined to get his shot away. A sensational strike. And that might just ensure a place in the semi-finals for Hearts.
Well, the shot's just not savable. Kenny Arthur is never going to get there. I think Dick Campbell will feel that when Czeznowskis comes inside, someone should be going to him. But all of a sudden it opens up. The angle is still doing them no favours at all. And that is a finish out the very top draw. Look where he is here, nowhere to go. Nice little spin onto his left side. And what a finish. And having put so much into this game, that may just be the killer blow that puts this tie beyond Partick Thistle.
Although Thistle scored with 15 minutes left, Hearts' experience was borne out. They remained in control and capitalised on the two magnificent strikes that would take them to Hampden. The win over Partick Thistle set up a fixture every Jambo wanted, Hibs in the semi-final. In the league, Hearts had beaten them 4-0 and 4-1 at Tynecastle. The stage was set for a momentous battle. Every Hearts fan was hoping for a glorious victory, and there was one man who would help to deliver it, Paul Hartley.
Glasgow has become the Scottish capital for the day. Hibs, Hearts, Hampden. It's the Edinburgh Derby on tour. In the footballing city of Glasgow, old foes, arch enemies, fierce rivals. Yes, it's Hibs and Hearts. It's the Edinburgh Festival of Football. For the winners, the chance to pip your rivals to a place in the Scottish Cup final. For the losers, oh no, oh dear, let's not even think of it. They say nobody remembers losing semi-finalists, but whoever loses today will be remembered because the other half of Edinburgh won't let them forget it. Gonsalves preferred to Fisas at left back for Hearts. Callum Elliott lurking. intercepted by Česnauskas, and now Gonçalves. And Hart proving to be an early threat if Scatchel can get it across. And it's a goal kick.
A great early word from Hart, so Gonçalves right up the touchline. Gary Caldwell sold himself in here. Scatchel made a good angle, and Hibs do well to crowd that front post area. Early warning for Hibs though. Great run from Scatchel.
Well, Valdes Ivanauskas is the latest man to take charge of Hearts. Fingers up against Jankowskis. Little Gretna awaiting the winners in the final. Perhaps not so little anymore. A free kick for Hibs. Hibs missing some key players today, but can they strike early? Kevin Thompson is the man to deliver the free kick. And Gonçalves going to throw off Whittaker.
A good defensive header from Hartley as the ball came in there from Thompson. Good free kick, and it was Hartley who was first to get his head to it. Gary Caldwell in fact is going to play right back. They've moved Whittaker in beside Thompson and Glass in the central area.
Another free kick for Hearts and a chance to show what they can do. Conceded by Chris Hogg.
Well, I think we're going to see a lot of this. The semi-finals are never really enjoyable. There's so much tension about it, so much caution.
That's not hanging around, but Scatchel not making the most of the cross. Nielsen. And another free kick for Hogg's foul on Jankowskis. Gonçalves ran in to Thompson.
Jankowskis wanted it early. When Gonçalves got the ball, Jankowskis got himself inside right channel towards the back post. And that's the variation that the Hearts have. You can get the centre forward into the game early, has a good physical presence about him. If they want to miss out the midfield and go long.
Gary Caldwell's throw. Tony Mowbray was certainly cagey about how he was going to play it today with so many players out. Hartley slipping it through here. And a first strike from Jankowskis. It's well held by Markowski.
I don't think he really had a chance here. I don't think he's scoring from this angle. But there's no support, and you can see there's no support. He's got to take the shot on.
Thompson and Hartley both go for it. Sproul. It's only the second time Hibs and Hearts have met at the semi-final stage of the Scottish Cup. The only other time was merely 105 years ago in 1901, and for the record, Hearts won that day and went on to lift the famous trophy. Jankowskis losing out to Hogg. Driven by Fletcher.
Spell already drifting into that central area, and if Hearts do close the game up and offer Hibs space in behind, he certainly has the pace to hurt them.
Stephen Presley up against Ivan Sproul. Corner.
I'm surprised you should let it go. I thought he was going to give a free kick. Free kick for me.
There's a corner for the Highbees. Well, it's the Hearts fans who are occupying that half of Hampden. Thompson takes it. Benjaloon had a go, and so did Caldwell. Jankauskis helped out there by his fellow Lithuanian Česnauskis. Gonsalves is making great strides to get to this. He's just unlucky there, but boy did he run.
Well, I deserved a far better volley. It's not an easy pick out. Gonsalves is totally unmarked on the left-hand side. Česnauskis into Jankauskis. There was nobody in the right-back position for Hibs.
Presley's header. It's gone over Presley's head and skipped away from Sproul too. Andy Webster covering. Flick on from Jankauskis. Knocked up by Caldwell. Česnauskis unable to return it to great effect. Finally frustrated as it dribbled over the line. Thompson put under unfair pressure by Elliott. The young striker who's had quite a season, turned 19 on Thursday. Gary Caldwell then will take this. Away by Presley. Knocked on by Scatzel. Free kick for Hibs. And they're not hanging around. Caldwell. Well, it's going to go for the corner.
It's a good early free kick from Stephen Glass. As soon as it was given, knocked it out wide to Gary Caldwell, just trying to make a better angle to get something into the box.
Caldwell and Hogg have joined the throng. Thompson's corner, and Robbie Nielsen had to head it away. And it's come back to Craig Gordon. Hibs and Hearts feeling their way into this Scottish Cup semi-final. And it will be a fairy tale final after Gretna overcame Dundee here yesterday, but they did enough to suggest that they will give either Hibs or Hearts a game back here in May. Gonsalves, who has a really long throw on him, and Jankauskis trying the overhead kick. There's a fair few free kicks in the opening 10 minutes.
Previous to that, good link-up play from Hearts front two though. It's Callum Elliott who wins this at the front post, just helps it into the box. It's behind Jankauskis, awkward tight. And that's just about all he could attempt here, the overhead kick.
Caldwell. This is Murphy. Robbie Nielsen, who I'm sure is trying to look more and more like Stephen Presley as every day goes by. Smith in towards Benjaloon, making his debut. Stuart Dougal not interested in his fall, but Sproul has set up Caldwell, who hasn't delivered.
I've got to do better.
Tony Mowbray won the Scottish Cup as a player for Celtic. 1995. Can he now win it as a manager? Jankauskis. Sproul on the chase, but Stephen Presley having none of it. turn forthcoming from Stephen Glass. Nielsen with a long throw. Hartley. The giant Polish keeper, Markowski, making his debut in the Scottish Cup. Back into the side when Simon Brown was sent off last month against Celtic. Sproul now leaving it, and Whittaker having an excellent effort which brought the best out of Craig Gordon.
Well, he's got every right to take the shot on. Ivan Sproul's looking for a pass on the right hand side here. Sproul does well to win the ball here from Andy Webster, continues his run, wants it back, but it opened up beautifully for Whittaker. It's a save you would expect Craig Gordon to make. Never really under any pressure here, quite happy to get it behind.
Hibs posing problems again for their Edinburgh rivals. Thompson whipping it in, and what a big chance that was for Fletcher.
A bit more conviction from Hearts are a real brother here. It's a good whip ball in. He's got to cross the front of Webster. If he throws his head at that, there's every chance he's scoring.
Fletcher for Benjaloun, closely marshalled by Presley, but it's a free kick for the Moroccan debutant. He has been at Hibs for a while, but his work permit only came through this week on Tuesday, and with a few absentees he finds himself in the starting lineup. What a game in which to make your debut. Gary Smith takes. Goal kick. Well, the Hearts interim coach, Valdas Ivanauskas, has got the better of Hibs before. He was in charge of the Lithuanian side, Vetra of Vilnius, that beat Hearts in the Intertoto Cup a couple of years ago. Webster. Chesnauskis. Aguiar won't get near that. It's hoisted clear by Murphy. Presley playing it safe. Nowhere to go really for Murphy, but back to Smith. I've got a man down. Aguiar meantime has launched it towards Hartley, who was the furthest man forward, and Whittaker's now back on his feet. And here he is. The best of layoffs for Thompson.
That's Paul Hartley, the run he just made there, and I think Hartley will be quite happy that Hibs have basically lined up 4-4-2. Sproul's up front with Benjaloun, and it's 2 against 2 in that central area. Both Glass and Thompson are going to have to be wary of Hartley's running.
It is left for Scatzel. Only 2 men in the wall, but that proved to be enough. Chesnauskis. It's taken by Markowski.
I think he's happier on his right side, Chesnauskis, but he gives them great cutting edge down that side. Always trying to get in behind, go at defenders.
Nearly for Ivan Sproul. Hearts were the last club from outside the old firm to win the Scottish Cup when they beat Rangers in 1998. A bit of a bobble there for Markowski by the look of it. Česnauskas. Aguiar replacing the suspended Grelier, who puts in a shift for Hearts. Robbie Nielsen. Thompson now looking to lead a Hibs charge. Fletcher. Benjaloun. Stephen Whittaker got that wrong.
I'm just surprised he didn't pull the trigger. I know he's what, 25 yards out, but again there's nothing really on for him. Sproul's made a run, but he's really too wide to try and pick out. He had good first time layoff from Benjaloun. I'm just surprised that Whittaker didn't try and shift and hit there.
Well, he had a pop earlier, but it was a comfortable save for Craig Gordon. Decided against a second attempt. Gordon's going to have to come out that. Craig Gordon, Scotland's number one. Benjaloun, who can be a box of tricks, has been fouled by Aguiar.
It's a different type from Jankowskis. He's far less of a target. He wants to come short and link the game. Looks as if he's got a good touch.
Another chance then for Thompson to deliver, and Gary Caldwell coming in on it.
Well, he's over Andy Webster. Andy Webster having a look over at Gonçalves here. I just wonder if he does run off Gonçalves. And he's up. Andy Webster doesn't see him coming. If anything, it's just a little bit too high there for Gary Caldwell, who might have been in the down as he makes contact. But he got away from Gonçalves.
Well, he's off to Celtic in the summer. He'll be hoping that his last game for Hibs is the Scottish Cup final. And of course, he's the captain, so he would lift the trophy if they won it. Bit of work to be done before that particular dream is realised. Česnauskas. Cannons off Murphy. Česnauskas scored a cracker against Partick Thistle in the quarter-final, which proved decisive. Hearts a little fortunate to get through that tie. I'm sure Dick Campbell and his boys are watching this thinking what might have been on a free kick.
Well, Benjaloun's got to do better. He can't afford to lose the ball midway inside his own half. It's a poor touch. Gonçalves was on his way. That's what forced the free kick.
Hartley, a former Hibs player, but he has been in the habit of scoring against them this season. 3 goals in all, 2 of them from the penalty spot. Hartley does give it a go. Tremendous try, and Markowski scrambled to get there.
Well, if he's going to beat Markowski from that range, he's got to find one of the top corners. And to be fair to Paul Hartley, it's a very good effort. Again, I think it's a save you'd expect the goalkeeper to make. Gets his hand up. And he certainly had to move his feet quickly to get across.
Well, Hartley himself will take the corner. Presley not allowed to get near it. And Aguiar's going to volley it back in. Česnauskas on his left foot. These Edinburgh rivals were losing semi-finalists last season. Hearts lost to Celtic. Hibs blew it against Dundee United. 12 months on, there will be further agony for one of them and complete ecstasy for the other. Unlike in England, there are replays in the semi-final stage of the Scottish Cup, so if it does end in a draw here, we'll all come back to Hampden a week on Wednesday. Aguiar. Benjaloun crashing in, and Fletcher for Ivan Sproul, but Webster in the way. And Kauskas. Gary Caldwell. Gonçalves. McDougall's whistle, getting a good blow today.
That's good defending. Salvas is out of position there. Gary Caldwell would have been on his way. Good defending.
Caldwell's free kick should end up with Craig Gordon. Webster, Nielsen, it's come through to Elliott, and now Paul Hartley will take it on himself against his former club.
Decent effort. It's Gary Smith who's caught forward here as the ball was played up to Jankowski. As Gary Smith goes forward to make the challenge, all of a sudden Hearts are in behind. I'm sure Paul Hartley would rather have been coming in from the other side there to open the goal up. Thought about taking it on his left and on his right. There's no real room there to get it out of his body.
Penalised. Gary Smith, who was sent off against Hearts in one of the league meetings this season, will take the free kick. In those league meetings, Hearts thumped Hibs twice at Tynecastle. Hibs, though, did get their revenge in the Easter Road encounter. Whittaker. Man on the mission. Sproul had gone offside, so he had to hold it up. Caldwell now. He's put Thompson in. There's a few waiting, including Ivan Sproul, who's got no power on it.
It's so difficult to score when you're that far outside the front post. Hibs made a terrific angle. Good ball from Gary Caldwell. Sproul was hoping he stepped over this. You see Sproul on the penalty spot. Benjamin, I should say. Sproul tried to take it on. Difficult angle.
Well, he has scored in every round of the Scottish Cup this season. Ivan Sproul. Smith. Benjaloon. Scatchel for Hartley. Now, opportunities here. And Kaska's arriving on the scene. Hartley! Paul Hartley gives Hearts the lead in this all-Edinburgh semi against his old club, and that has fired a few dreams at Hampden.
Well, there's a heavy price to be paid even when you lose the ball, and it's Benjamin, I'm afraid, who loses it here. Midway inside the Hearts half of the pitch, but watch the break and watch the support from Hartley. Jankowski gives it time to look up. Hartley continues the run, and that is the deftest of touches with the outside of his right foot. And that is a big price to pay for losing the ball midway inside your own half. It was Benjamin who gave the ball up, and only a matter of seconds later it's in the back of the Hibs net.
Well, it had to be him. It's the fourth time he's scored against Hibs this season. Scotland's most improved player over the last couple of years. Never really happened for him when he was at Hibs, but it's certainly happening for him now at Hearts, a full international, albeit late in his career. He's some player, and he's given Hearts the edge. Whittaker looking for a quick response, but not troubling Gordon with that.
The lesson here for Hibs in terms of the goal is, if your midfield players have gone beyond you, you can't afford to lose the ball. But watch Hartley's run here. He plays it wide, continues his run. Slide rule ball in from Jankowski, isn't it? Jankowski hopelessly exposed.
The man who has lost a Scottish Cup semi-final with Hibs and with Hearts has got the Jambos singing at Hampden. Česnauskis. Here's Nielsen. Heading towards the half-hour mark. Scatzel. Stuart Dougal not interested in the odd handball shout as Evan Sproul tries to burst away, but Bruno Aguiar sorts him out. Murphy. Smith. Benjaloun. It's Whittaker again with another chance to strike, and he's had a few of those in this first half.
It's a good lay-off in the chest from Benjaloun, and Hearts took their time to get out and squeeze. It's Stephen Presley who eventually comes out to Whittaker. But he's got time here, got a couple of touches. You'd have to say of the two sides, very little cutting edge from Hibs. They really haven't managed to get their front players on the ball in the areas where they're going to hurt Hearts. Sproul in particular would want better service.
Hibs without their top scorer Derek Ryden, who's suspended, and as if that wasn't bad enough, they also lost Michael Stewart and Chris Killen and Scott Brown, all injured. It's a makeshift team, and Ryden having to watch from the stands. Murphy. Craig Gordon's come a long way, and Webster dealt with it, back by Fletcher, and Gordon grabs it.
That's a real misjudgment there from Craig Gordon. Goalkeeper comes that distance, he's got to get something on that. You certainly can't blame Webster for putting his head on it. He's not going to wait on a shout in that area.
Yes, he doesn't do that very often. Craig Gordon, outstanding keeper. Chesnauskis. Gary Smith stepped in. Nielsen kept it in. And Gonsalves. Hartley now seeking out Chesnauskis. Smith for Thompson. Murphy. Chesnauskis now for Nilsson. Inkauskis.
Even President Andy Webster have been pretty clever the way they've played this. They're well aware that Sproul would torch them for pace in behind, and they haven't been in a hurry to squeeze again. They've sat reasonably deep. And although it has made the game longer for the midfield players in front of them, Hearts have the energy in that area of the pitch to play a long game.
Nielsen has slipped it through, and Markowski will beat Elliott to it.
The pass is just a little bit too straight. Acknowledgement there from Callum Elliott.
Nielsen, who is Hearts' longest serving player. Well, Stuart Dougal wants a word with young Callum Elliott after that challenge.
Well, I think a younger referee might have been reaching for the yellow card here. I think Stuart Dougal can see that Murphy got his feet up off the ground. Maybe not enough lot of malice in it, and a word is enough.
Smith's free kick, Benjaloun with a flick, just dropped the wrong side of Sproul. Gonsalves, whose family live in Switzerland, but the game isn't being shown there, so they've had to make a 9-hour trip to Lake Como in Italy to watch their boy in action. Cisnauskas. Hartley. Gonsalves. Aguiar. Whittaker shadowed by Gonsalves, who Arsenal fans might remember. He played for FC Tuden against them in the Champions League this season. Quick hit given against Gary Caldwell. Benjaloun, tidy for Whittaker. And there's a bit of room to manoeuvre for him. Just a little wide of Ivan Sproul. But he gets a corner off Andy Webster.
I think Webster's in control anyway. It's a good diagonal run there from Sproul. One of the few times they've got anything up the side. But Webster tracked the run all the way.
Here it comes from Kevin Thompson. Hartley and Whittaker on the edge of the area. Benjaloun now. And Stephen Glass with that strike.
Well, it's poor by his standards. He's got a very good left foot on him. He's got plenty of time to set himself and measure this. He's just smothered it completely. Just about sums Hibs up so far in this first half.
Stephen Glass has lost 2 Scottish Cup semi-finals here with Aberdeen, 2 Hearts. And with Hearts to Dundee United last season. With Hibs rather. He also lost an English FA Cup semi with Watford. By the time he got to the final, really, of something. Caldwell. Caldwell again. Here's the goal scorer Hartley for Gonsalves. Elliott jumping with Hogg. Glass now for Murphy. Aguiar, Portuguese midfielder. Cisnauskas. Elliott. Hartley. Looking to turn provider this time, but it would have to be better than that. Aguiar.
Good tackle. That's bossing the game at the moment.
This is Jankowskis. Nielsen. Into the chest of David Murphy. Oh, it's Ivan Sproul who was lurking. But between them, Hartley and Presley deal with it. Fletcher. Sold Whittaker short, allowing Jankowskis to slide in. Hartley. Gonsalves with a perfect pass for Scatzel. Jankowskis waiting. And Markowski, will it have to stick with him, and it did.
That's a very good save, because Gary Smith's not goal side there. As it comes in, Jankowskis gets away from Gary Smith. Late run here, right across Gary Smith. That's good goalkeeping. Good ball in from Scatzel. Once again, Hearts make a good angle in the wide area. There's far more threat about Hearts.
Well, if Hearts were to reach the final and finish second in the SPL, Gretna would be playing in Europe next season. I don't suppose they'll be pinching themselves by any chance. Bruno Aguiar. It's away by Chris Hogg. Hearts getting the better of their Edinburgh rivals as we head towards half-time at Hampden. Murphy. Shaken off Chesnauskis as David Murphy. Now Whittaker, for the first time having a puck from range.
That's always rising. And I think he knows that Scatchell's closing him down here, that's why he takes it early. Just a nice little bit of space, Scatchell's getting across to him. Better build-up from Hibs. And I don't think it's working up front for Hibs, and that's where it really matters today. In the absence of Chris Killen in particular, I think Sproul would have been much happier playing off a centre-forward type. As it is, he's been asked to play centre-forward. Benjamin is dropping off to get it into feet. And they're not really getting at Hearts.
Flag has stayed down here against Callum Elliott.
And Callum Elliott himself had a look across. He was surprised it stayed down. And there's not a lot in it. Assistant's told to give the forward the benefit of the doubt. It's Chris Hawke who's deepest for Hibs.
Well, Valdes Ivanauskas was a striker in his day. Big burly striker by the look of it. Gary Smith getting a warning.
Dominant header previously by Stephen Presley. That's been the story of the match so far. Anytime it is knocked long, it's Webster and Presley who are winning everything.
Nielsen. Elliott. Hartley. Stuart Dougal got to think about that. Markowski coming a long way to palm it away with the corner.
Oh, I did enough, no harm done. As we said earlier, the goalkeeper comes that distance, he's got to get something on it, however little. At least he dealt with it.
A couple of minutes to go to half-time and Hibs fans will be fearing the worst. Second goal for Hearts now would be a major blow for the Highbees. Stuart Dougal having to keep watch on all the jostling. Kevin Thompson is the man who's getting a ticking off. Here it comes from Hartley, away by Gary Caldwell. Now, Ivan Sproul, and he's quick. He's got a bit to do yet. And Robbie Nielsen blocks the route to goal.
It's clever defending from Robbie Nielsen, always determined to steer Ivan Sproul away from goal here. He's stayed on his feet, determined not to dive in, not to commit himself. Quite happy to concede a corner there.
Kevin Thompson's corner, Benjalou's header. Nothing doing for Hibs, who are short in the striker department, hence Benjalou making his debut today. Chris Killen out injured, Derek Ryden suspended, Paul Dalglish cut-side, and of course they sold Gary O'Connor to Lokomotiv Moscow. So it's all caught up with them a bit today, those striker problems. Here's Scatchell. Hearts looking for that second before the break, but Scatchell can't find a way across. Gonsalves can't either. That might be a foul by Gonsalves. And Whittaker.
I think previous to that there was a poor ball in from Scatchell. Jankauskas had just held his position, a better cutback. And Jankauskas is pulling the trigger. Look at Jankauskas here, just holds his position here, looking for a cutback. This isn't a difficult decision for Stuart Dougal.
minute of added on time coming to an end, but there might be some treatment required here. This is what happened to him.
Well, it's completely accidental. It's Benjamin who's hardly off the ground when the contact's made. Stephen Presley's own determination to win it that gave him the problem.
Well, Stephen Presley had to go off at Falkirk last week, and there were fears that he might not make this semi-final. Doesn't look too clever there now. Unless it's serious.
Well, eventually has to come right over the top here of Benjamin. He just caught the back of his head. But you mentioned he has had a few head knocks recently.
Valdas Ivanauskas exchanging a few words with the goal scorer. And there's only going to be a few seconds of the half left once Presley is okay. What have you made of the half, David?
Well, the better team is winning the match so far, that's for sure. You know, I did say earlier on there'll be a lot of tension, a lot of nerves, and there's no doubt the Hearts have settled the better of the two. They played with far more expression, they've got more goal threat. They're making better angles in the wide areas, and Hibs have looked at a pretty pale shadow of what we've seen from them earlier on this season. I don't think it's right up front. That much of that might be due to the fact that they're without Riordan, they're without Killen. And I think Tony's got a bit of thinking to do. Only 1-0 down, they're still in the match, but Hearts certainly bossing it right now.
Well, they'll check out Webster. And whilst they check him out, Gonsalves will cover his position. Fletcher. Hogg. And still, the stoppage time continues. Presley was down for 2 or 3 minutes then, but I'm sure Stuart Dougal's whistle will go soon as Presley's return is greeted by the Hearts faithful. It is half-time. Well, Paul Hartley spent 18 months at Hibs. It wasn't the best spell of his career, but he's having the time of his life now. His 4th goal in 4 games against them this season has given Hearts the edge in this Edinburgh Cup semi. Half-time at Hampden. Hibs 0, Hearts 1.
Hearts had dominated the first half, with little coming from Hibs to trouble the Maroon defence. But Stephen Presley had suffered concussion in the clash just before half-time. The Tynecastle men would be without their inspirational captain for the rest of the match. However, as Presley watched from the touchline, he would witness a game which would be remembered for years to come.
Stephen Presley has mild concussion after that knock, so Fisas is on. Hearts have lost their captain. Hibs, though, well, they came into this game without several of their key players for various reasons, and frankly, it's showed so far. They've had little to offer. They have 45 minutes to come up with something, or it'll be Hearts who'll be returning here on Saturday, May the 13th, for the 2006 Scottish Cup final. Gretna waiting.
Yeah, I think if you're Valdas Ivanauskas, you'll be saying at half-time, go and win the game now. The game's there to be won. Go and get the job done. I think there's been very little threat from Hibs in that first 45. I think it would be a mistake for Hearts to try and sit in this lead.
Here's Jankauskas, shadowed by Stephen Glass and fouled by Stephen Glass.
It's in a good area as well. This gets a little bit too tight there.
Scatzel does indeed deliver. Webster really got his shot away. Wilson. Returning it to Craig Gordon. Ivan Sproul is quick, but that would have been asking too much even of him. Here's Murphy. Benjaloun, always watched by Gonçalves, now alongside Webster in the heart of the defence. Caldwell, who will be leaving Hibs in the summer to join Celtic. Another crude challenge by Hartley on glass.
That's where you want to go and press the ball as high up the pitch as possible. If you're giving away free kicks, make sure it's not on the edge of your box.
Chris Hogg's free kick. Turned away by Andy Webster. Whittaker. Bruno Aguiar, free kick given against him. Thompson.
Of the soft variety. Not a lot of contact, but to be fair to Stuart Dougal, he's only a few yards away. Probably get a better look at this than we have.
Well, they've got Caldwell and Whittaker and Benjaloun to aim for. Thompson takes it. Fisas wins it. Thompson. Tripped by Jankowskis.
This is the centre forward's challenge. It's mistimed.
Gary Caldwell. Disappointing.
Oh, that's poor. It's been poor all afternoon from that side of the pitch, and and Gary Caldwell, who you get credit for being one of the better defenders at distributing the ball, really has been poor from that side.
Jankowskis, Scatzel, Murphy holds him up temporarily. Well, he was rather sandwiched then, Scatzel, and he's got a free kick. Glass and Thompson either side of him.
Well, again, Stuart Dougal's right in the middle of the action, and he tries to see if there's going to be an advantage whether Hearts can retain possession. And eventually he's got a little choice but to bring it back, and this might be a nice range for Hartley.
Paul Hartley with the captain's armband now after Stephen Presley went off with concussion. It's Hartley, and might have taken a nick en route. Markowski got across.
Well, the bigger target is on Markowski's right hand side. He goes towards his left hand post. Certainly took a nick there off the top of the wall. Stephen Glass's shoulder, I think it came off, and it did Hibs a favour. It took the pace off it.
Hartley himself will take the corner, the man who scored in the first half, looking to turn provider. Not one of his better efforts though. No breakout for Benjaloun, but Hibs do get a throw. Since Hibs last won the Scottish Cup in 1902, yes, 1902, they've lost 8 finals. Callum Elliott getting a whack this time.
I don't think he'll be happy. I think even Estes will feel that Hearts should put more daylight between the two sides here. And one thing you want to do, even if you lose the semi-final, you want to leave Hampden knowing you've given it your best shot. I don't think Hibs can say that today. Not so far anyway. Plenty of football left in the game, but you're going to have to change up a gear.
Webster. Just the one goal in it, scored by Paul Hartley. Ivan Sproul. Gonçalves, looks a decent player, fends him off.
So the first time the Hibs have won that kind of first ball header that almost slipped Sproul up the side of Gonçalves.
Kauskas for Fisas. And he sets up Rudy Scatzel. And Markowski smothers it.
And he's got to come back across the face of goal. Good ball.
Ivan Sproul will fancy a bit of this. That's come off Gonçalves. It's going to be a corner.
Well, at least they're making Gonçalves turn there. That's what they didn't do in the first half. Just drop something in behind, get them turning, running towards their own goal. And Sproul certainly won't give that type of ball up.
The Hibs fans at that end watching Kevin Thompson take the corner, and it was met by Robbie Nilsson. Thompson tries again with a decent angle, away by Webster. Paul Hartley chasing them all the way. And we are for Gonçalves. Stephen Glass, Benjalou, Whittaker advancing forward. It's some ball that though for Kevin Thompson, and Scatchell trying to match his run.
Well, I'm just surprised he doesn't try and get across the front of Scatchell here. Get across the front of him into the box, and Scatchell can't make a challenge.
Well, Hibs have scored goals galore in the Scottish Cup this season. 6 against Arbroath, 3 at Rangers, 5 at Falkirk. We'll be hoping they haven't used up all their goals yet in this competition. It's offside. Lithuanian now in charge of Hearts, Valdas Ivanauskas, who also worked for Vladimir Romanov at Kaunas. Life is certainly never dull at Hearts. Season that began with George Burley in charge and began with their best ever league start since 1914. Then Burley departed, Graham Rich took over and continued in a similar vein. And then it was bye-bye to him. Presumably Ivanauskas will be in charge if Hearts do get to the final. Elliott and Kauskas. Chesnauskas chasing, giving Gary Smith a problem. Robbie Nilsson will try a long throw. Good distance on that, but Gary Smith met it. Chesnauskas up against Fletcher, taking him on, and taking on Murphy too. Cornwell with time to clear. Hartley making up so much ground as usual. Sproul, not quite. It's been a not quite kind of day for Hibs. Hartley, Callum Elliott. Chris Hogg is going to come across. Oh, it looked like he took out Elliott then, and he's going to get the first yellow card of this All Edinburgh Cup semi-final.
I was saying he took the ball as he followed through though. That's why Stuart Dougal is reaching for his card.
Free kick, promising position. Hartley takes it. It's going to come to Chesnauskas, who elects not to hit it straight away. And now he's lost it. And Sproul is charging away. Everyone else struggling to keep up with him.
Well, very similar to the situation at the Hearts goal in the first half, where this time it was Chesnauskas who lost it deep inside the Hibs half. They're almost punished.
Visas. Foul. Free kick. Good position again, very similar to the last one.
Well, he had an offer from Scatzel, who was trying to get in behind. Clearly taken there. Almost awkward, these ones to defend. Nightmare for a goalkeeper, because Hartley will hook this in right on top of him.
Webster and Gonsalves have come up predictably. Hartley goes for goal, and he's found it! A stunning strike. Paul Hartley does it again. Now they are dreaming of a place in the final.
Well, if Markowski decides that he doesn't want a two-man wall there, he's got to be more central. And he's just been totally outwitted by wonderful technique from Paul Hartley. Only one in the wall, Kevin Thompson, got a certain the goalkeeper. I don't think the goalkeeper should be beaten from that angle. Taking nothing away from Hartley, who gets great action on the ball. And I'll tell you what, Tony Mowbray will not be happy with his keeper being beaten from there.
He knew it was going in, didn't he? Paul Hartley has taken the captain's armband and has provided a captain's contribution to the Hearts' cause. And there is such a long way back for Hibs now. The Jambos are on their feet. Half of Hampden is singing and dancing. The other half fearing the worst now, but Hearts have been by far the stronger team. And Hibs' list of absentees proving to be rather costly. Hibs beaten in the semi-finals here last year by Dundee United. Could be a similar story, but hang on, because here's Whittaker. It's away by Chesnauskas. Gary Caldwell. That's the free kick. And Callum Elliott's getting in the way. And he's going to get a yellow card for that.
Otherwise, Whittaker is on his way. Gary Cole will try to take a quick one. And Elliott doing what a lot of players would have done. He's going to pay the price now.
Elliott joins Hogg in the book. Hibs need a response. And they need it here and now. Thompson floating it in, and it could still happen for them. Sproul turning it back.
First chance in the match that Hearts have really looked exposed in the wide areas. And again, I think Sproul's trying to pick the right option there. He's not going to score from that angle.
Here is Whittaker. Great strike beaten away by Gordon. A reasonable height for the keeper. Murphy, Stephen Glass will advance. Webster won it. And Nielsen stays cool.
Cole will just in a hurry here to take the free kick, because Stephen Whittaker is ahead of him here unmarked. And Elliott, well, it's understandable, but it's an automatic yellow.
Well, Hibs are going to bring on the giant striker, Amadou Conte, shortly. He hails from Mali, and Tony Mowbray will be hoping he's the answers to a few Haibi prayers. Stephen Glass is the man going off, and on comes Conte, who
substitution for
was
Hampden.
at Cambridge United last year.
In the field, the oncoming player 19, Amadou Conte.
He's a big lad. Hibs need somebody to stand up and be counted now. Hearts are in command of this semi-final, and they'll be rather pleased watching in and around Gretna, no doubt, because if Hearts hang on to second spot and reach the cup final, European football would beckon for Gretna.
It's been interesting to see how that affects the Hibs shape. It looks as if Sproul's going to drop off, play a little bit deeper, which surprises me. Conte up front now with Benjamin.
Webster still won it despite Conte's presence. Here's Gary Smith. Now Sproul. He's done well. Still a bit crowded out though. And Hibs will accept the corner. The Hibs fans hoping that something will come of the corner, but it's long from Kevin Thompson. And it's Scatzel who's going to bring it away. Elliott. Hartley. Hibs are a bit short. Hartley has to sidestep Smith. Česnauskis or Jankauskis, the two Lithuanians. Gary Caldwell not doing Stephen Whittaker many favours there.
Well, that second goal is taking so much of the stress out of this match for Hearts. It's going to weather the next 5-10 minutes. Big spell in the game. If Hibs are to get back into it, they need one now.
Here's Callum Elliott. He get past Gary Smith? No, he can't. Stephen Whittaker, Scottish under-21 international. Conte just on. Thompson now for Murphy. Gary Caldwell. And towards Conte. Benjaloon went for the overhead kick, but snuffed out by Gonçalves.
It's good defending. It's a bad in the back, but it's good defending. Made sure he wasn't going to get a clean overhead kick at it.
Scatzel. Smith. Conte. Fisas hurt. Touching his knee.
I think it's accidental. It was Conte, but it was accidental. Well, he looks as if he's struggling. Well, it looks as if it's a knot. Hopefully it's a knot, not a twist. It's the left foot that comes up onto the left knee of Fisas. Should be okay.
Well, he kicked the ball out because he was injured there, Fisas, but it's deciding their need is urgent. Caldwell. And Craig Gordon will claim it. There's a foul anyway by Conte, who gave Gonçalves a shove, and he's now down. That's the field though, so they'll be able to carry on.
Well, the ball forward from Gary Caldwell gave Conte no chance at all. Gonçalves was just waiting for Craig Gordon coming to take it.
Craig Gordon could be in bother with Stuart Dougal here because Gonçalves is off the field, and Dougal wants Gordon to get on with it, but just pointing out that it's a head wound, I think. Doesn't matter though, he's going to get a yellow card, but time wasting. Well, it's correct really from Stuart Dougal because
he's just making up for lost time.
Well, it looks quite bad for Gonçalves.
If it is a head injury, then Craig Gordon's got a point.
Yeah, it does look bad actually. Well, they've already lost Stephen Presley with a mild concussion. And now Gonçalves is down. And not looking too promising for him to continue. Whittaker. Conte chasing this. Ooh, nearly got there.
Good goalkeeping again though. Put Gordon out very quickly. Just sweeping it. At times his Hearts do push up a bit.
Well, Gonçalves still off the field getting treatment. And they might have to rejig that defence again. Fisas has gone in alongside Webster for the time being. And they are going to bring on Mikalunas, Hearts.
It was Caldwell with the ball forward. Conte has no chance of getting it. Well, it was a collision with Craig Gordon himself. Craig Gordon's shoulder that did the damage.
So Gonçalves has to be replaced, and Andy Webster will have yet another partner in the heart of the defence in Fisas, because coming on
Substitution for
is
Hearts.
another Lithuanian,
Number 16,
Saulius Mikalunas.
Coming on for 34, Jose Gonçalves.
And Hibs are making a change as well. And Umar Conde is going to come on for them. Swiss defender who joined in January from Hansa Rostock. He was actually at Blackburn for a while when Brian Kidd was in charge. He's taken the place of Benjaloun, the Moroccan, making his debut today. It was always going to be a big ask of him to perform in a semi-final on his debut.
I've got Cisnauskas and Mikalunas in the wide areas now, but it's Fisas, as you said, in beside Andy Webster. Scatzel now playing left back.
Hartley takes.
There's not a great deal of height in that Hearts back line now. You'd imagine that Hibs will be a lot more direct in what remains of this game, especially with Conte up through the middle now.
Mikalunas just on. Hearts throw, Gonçalves still being attended to. And there's real concern around him there. After he collided with his own keeper. Nilsson's long throw. "20 minutes left of this Edinburgh Cup showdown." Mikalunas. It's a free kick.
Well, the assistant was certainly forgiven it. Stuart Dougal has agreed. Linesman couldn't have been any closer to it. Oh, that's clear enough. And the third one, well, we just about put Hearts out of sight here.
Paul Hartley has scored both goals for Hearts. Will it be Hartley the provider this time? Turned away by Smith. It's going to come to Bruno Aguiar. Oh, he's put Hartley in again. Blocked by Murphy. Mikalunas. And onto the roof of the net. It was a concern for Markowski.
Yeah, I think Mikalunas will feel he should be doing better here. You know, he's got in behind here. He's got a bit of time to get something across the face of goal. He's sat up a little bit as he tries to knock it in. Should be doing better though.
Sproul. Fletcher takes over. Just no way through for Hibs yet, but if they could sneak one, it would change the picture considerably. And they're going to get a free kick as Murphy is taken out. There's going to be a yellow card being shown here. Bruno Aguiar has got it. Hibs hoping this is their moment. Thompson takes it. It's not their moment though. The seconds tick agonisingly away. Another injury now. Scatchel. Trying to roll off the pitch. Incidentally, just to confirm that booking there for Aguiar, but they still haven't taken Gonçalves away yet. There's been a lot of looks at him from the medics there. Finally got him on a stretcher. Another free kick for Hibs, but they need to make one count. Kevin Thompson takes. Gordon got something on it, and Stephen Whittaker has hosted it far too high.
Well, again, Craig Gordon was willing to come and try and take the pressure off Andy Webster and Fisas. Good ball into a dangerous area. Didn't manage to get it wide, Gordon. But Mikel Yunus was pressing there as Whittaker trying to get the volley on target. Still no real sign that Hibs are getting themselves back into this game.
Hearts, that's a handball from Conte, but Hearts losing Stephen Presley and Jose Gonçalves to head injuries, and of course they go to Celtic on Wednesday night. Gordon Strachan's side could clinch up the title. It does look bad though for Gonçalves. We're at Hampden Park, down at the Millennium Stadium now on Sky Sports 2. You can see Carlisle against Swansea in the Football League Trophy final, and later you can see West Ham against Charlton in the Premiership. Sky Sports 1 at 4. Aguiar. Hartley first to that. He's first to quite a lot. 5 goals against Hibs this season. Callum Elliott. Tracked by Conde. Thompson. Advantage played amid the grappling between Mikel Yunus and Thompson, but now the free kick is given. Stuart Dougal tried to play the advantage. Rudy Scatzel. Gone off the boil a bit, Scatzel, after an impressive season. He is Hearts' top scorer still, with 17. On loan at the moment, and there are rumours that George Burley might like to buy him again. Southampton. Scatzel's cross. Dealt with by Murphy, and here's Sproul.
Great defending, Mikel Yunus, wonderful defending.
Going to get a free kick as well. Oh! Now surely there's big bother here. It is. Ivan Sproul sees red, and Hibs' day goes from bad to worse.
That challenge, and that run in that challenge just about sums up Hearts' determination. They've had far more conviction about him this afternoon. Sproul thinks he's on his way. Mikel Yunus has not given it up. Good tackle. Then can't get the ball out of his feet. And as he goes down, well, no excuse for that.
Well, that's ridiculous from Sproul, and any chance Hibs had of a recovery, and it hasn't looked too likely in truth. Surely gone now, and it looks like they will have to take a really sore one here, losing to their Edinburgh rivals in the Scottish Cup semi-final, and some of them have seen enough already. Ridiculous stamp from Sproul. Hartley. Well, the Scottish Cup had been good to Ivan Sproul up until then. He had scored in every round, but that run has come to an end. Hibs are down to 10 men. And all the injuries they had, and of course suspensions too, have caught up with them. But they might have a few regrets anyway about the way they performed, despite those telling absentees. Is there life in Hibs yet? Thompson centre. Smith. Czesnauskis will leave it for Fisas. Elliott. Caldwell. Thompson, hope yet, but Webster turns it away.
Good defending. Defended that front post so well today, Hearts. On a rare occasion, Hibs have got in behind their full-backs. Two centre-backs really have squeezed well in the front post area. Let's get it in the box time for Hibs now. Two big fellas up front. Forget the slow build-up game. Go long.
Conte, well, he's still going. And it's Hartley who has to dig it out. "10 minutes for Hibs to save themselves, but it's going to take a monumental effort. Of that there is no doubt. Oh, and Markowski with another error, and Jankowskis wraps it up. It doesn't get much better than this. Beating your fierce rivals in a Scottish Cup semi. Bring on Gretna.
I think Ziggy Markowski's got to hold his hands up again. He was always favourite to win it, and then seemed to check here.
Goal scorer for Hearts.
Seemed to check, let Jankowskis in, and no way back after that. And he was always favourite to win this, the Hibs goalkeeper, then checked, thought he had more time than he had. And to be fair to Jankowskis, who wasn't prepared to give it up, he gets his reward. And that really is lights out now for Hibs.
Well, the second and third goals won't be viewed much on Markowski's video machine, I think. Jankowskis, who won the Champions League with Porto, although he was left on the bench by Jose Mourinho for the final, is now after the Scottish Cup, and there's going to be a change from either side here. Hibs are going to bring on Jamie McCluskey, and Hearts are going to bring on Michael Pospisil, the Czech striker who scored a cracker against Aberdeen in this cup run. Callum Elliott off and Pospisil on, and Stephen Fletcher's coming off for Hibs.
Substitution for Hibs.
Comes
20,
Jamie McCluskey, 18 years of age. He's going to get his first taste of the Edinburgh Derby experience, but it's going to be a rather sour taste for all those involved with Hibs. And their half of Hampden is emptying quickly now. Whittaker, and steps Mikalunas. Scatzel. Caldwell. Murphy. Well, as the rows continued over Sproul's stamp and red card, Paul Hartley and Kevin Thompson both picked up yellow cards. Now that would have ruled Kevin Thompson out of the final, but of course that won't matter now. He's not going there. Heart of Midlothian are. Valdes Ivanauskas, who's only just replaced Graham Ricks, is going to take Hearts through to the final, although it was Graham Ricks who took them this far to the semi-final. It's been a bit of a roller coaster ride at Hearts this season, and the ride has rarely stopped. Conte. And he's got a free kick.
They did well to win one. Well outnumbered there. Didn't appear to have anywhere to go. Anything Hibs get now won't be anything more than a consolation.
Well, Kevin Thompson might go for it, might as well. Thompson does go for it. Craig Gordon saw it coming all the way.
Carried full toss into his arms as well. If it bounces in front of him, it might have given him a little bit of a problem, but an easy enough catch for the Scotland keeper.
Well, Hibs' long wait to win the Scottish Cup goes on and on and on and on. 1902, the last time they lifted the famous trophy. They just cannot get rid of that particular millstone. Hearts have only won it twice in the last 99 years themselves. 1998 the last time. Here's Whittaker. Mikalunas now charging away. Pospisil in the middle, but Markowski will collect.
Took a bobble. He seems about to cross it in. Surface not the best today after 90 minutes on it yesterday.
Well, Hearts' remarkable season is going to end with the Scottish Cup final date, Saturday, May the 13th, against Gretna here at the National Stadium. It's only an hour between Glasgow and Edinburgh, but I bet that journey back for the Hibs fans will feel a bit longer. Losing a semi-final is bad enough, but losing to your city rivals really did not bear thinking about. Now they have to think about it. Rest assured, they won't be allowed to forget it. Pospisil chasing this. Oh, he's been held back, and Gary Smith's going to get a red card, surely.
There's no choice.
Gary Smith is sent off. Hibs are down to 9 men, and it's a pen.
Expected to see the goalkeeper coming out, stayed where he was, and that is not a difficult decision for Stuart Doohan. You can see his angle here, it's perfectly placed to see it.
Paul Hartley is going to be on a hat-trick. Gary Smith sent off, Ivan Sproul sent off. Paul Hartley has never ever scored a hat-trick. This would be the time. Here comes Hartley, and here comes a hat-trick. What a hero, a superhero. 3 for Hartley, 4 for Hearts, and Jambo's dreams have come so very true.
Thoroughly deserved hat-trick for Paul Hartley as well. A penalty, a free kick and a wonderful first goal that broke the deadlock. It sums up the confidence of a player who's right at the top of his game and who developed very late in his career. But a top-drawn midfield player these days.
Paul Hartley, hat-trick hero, and what a player he has been over the last couple of years. Absolutely outstanding. The ironic thing is, he was at Hibs, of course, never quite happened for him then. It's all happening for him now. First hat-trick in the Scottish Cup semi since Billy Dodds got one here for Rangers a few years ago. Wonder who your man of the match might be, Davey.
Oh, it's a no contest, isn't it? Paul Hartley, head and shoulders, complete performance. Got the vital goal that broke the deadlock, settled the nerves. A terrific free kick, even though I think Malkowski was at fault for Hart's second, and he's just rounded it off there a moment ago. Wonderful 90 minutes from the Scotland midfielder. He's my tenants man of the match.
Well, he's now scored 6 times against his former club Hibs this season, and 3 of them have come from the penalty spot. But certainly Malkowski in the Hibs goal has hardly covered himself in glory, and Hibs seeing this game out now with 9 men after red cards for Sproul for stupidly stamping, and for Gary Smith, who pulled Pospisil back. Could it really be any worse for Hibs? Well, only if Hearts continue to score. There's going to be just 2 minutes added on though, and Hibs will probably be rather grateful. You won't see many cheerful faces around the Leith area of Edinburgh today. Tony Mowbray's side have been well beaten here, but in the Gorgie area of the Scottish capital, I think they'll be having quite a night somehow. Hearts are heading through to the 2006 Scottish Cup final, where they will meet Gretna, and what an intriguing final that will be. Well, even Auskas has done the last bit on this cup run. Paul Hartley's hat-trick for Hearts has ensured that their Edinburgh rivals, Hibs, have been well beaten. And Vladimir Romanov, who's had his critics, plenty of them, will be coming back here next month. Two men who've put their money into the clubs, Brooks Marson at Gretna and Vladimir Romanov here at Hearts. They'll be contesting the Scottish Cup final. It's the 3rd time this season that Hearts have scored 4 goals against Hibs. They did so twice at Tynecastle. A different manager for most of the derbies each time. Hibs looking for a consolation, but there can be no consolation for them. Hearts are in the final. They will return here next month. Valdis Ivanauskas, the man in charge now. Paul Hartley, the hat-trick hero, and quite simply breathtaking individual performance. Two teams who've certainly